talk about MGTOWs. The men going their own way. This is from Angry Guy. His internet name is Angry Guy. Wow, man. And this is his avatar right there, doing a soy face. Wow. Okay. Men walking away are done with dating. Men are done with dating. Let's hear it.
Need to start making the first move. If anyone wants to be in a relationship, that's absolutely what has to happen. It just has to happen.
This is the reality that we are now living in.
Oh, okay. Look, is this GTA, bro? Nice. I'm making up. I have an idea of who you are in your head, and it doesn't look like this. All right, let's hear about your dating advice.
This is the reality that we are now living in. Okay, women are going to
test yourself, to know the glories of combat.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, we'll learn the glories.
Lengths, because men are walking away, not getting into relationships, saying, "Hey, we don't want to be bothered anymore. We're not going to approach. You told us you don't like us. You don't want to have anything to do with us."
To test yourself, to know the glories of combat.
The glories. Aw, you know what? Aw, he feels bad. Aw, you got told that women don't want you around? Well, it's your behavior. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be so upset when you're like, I'm not going to date then. Yeah, I'm sure they're just torn up.
So now we're going to avoid you. And it's getting so bad that women are now going to have to start approaching men. But here's the thing.
I don't feel like it's bad out there.
What they don't understand is that we don't want to be approached. After women spent all of this time telling men,
like, if you're a normal person, if you put yourself out there, I swear to God, it'll work. It really will. There's a lot of this shit that just comes down to, like, you know, antisocial behaviors or like fucking social anxieties or whatever. But like, most people just want to feel reciprocated with, and they want to feel like, you know, actually paid attention to, and like just actually do want to pay attention to people and actually be interested in other people. And I swear it'll work at some point. You're likable enough. You're a likable person. And if you're not likable, you're probably doing stuff that's being antisocial. Are you dick? I swear to God, if you don't, you just might be a surly person. It might just happen, man.
And we don't like you. Do not approach us.
You don't like women? Well, okay, that's fine. You don't have to.
Men only want their peace. So a lot of men
only want their peace. Cool car. Cool car, dude. I have a lot of peace. I love women, though. The girlies? I'm a big fan. I find a lot of peace in my relationship with women. Specifically, like Sarah. But I have lots of friends. I like them. My mom is a good person. Not all sexual relationships, of course. Like, just women in general, like platonic relationships with them. I find their perspectives nice. It's usually a pretty good vibe. I like a lot of guys, too. A lot of fellas. And just stop wrecking our peace then? Exactly.
They're either going to see it as a setup, or they just don't want to be approached. You're
going to see it as a setup? I don't think this is most people believe. I think this is a you thing.
They've checked out and they've said, hey, if we want to get into a relationship, we'll go overseas and we will find someone overseas and have...
You're not going overseas. What? You can't even afford your GTA shark card. You're not going over fucking seas for sex tourism, dude.
A relationship with that person.
Men don't approach women anymore. So historically, women have always waited for men to make the first move. Is he going to go in for the kiss? Is he going to hold my hand? But now, whenever I talk to my friends about their dating history, all I hear them talking about is, oh, he hasn't made a move. He's not doing anything. We're not moving forward. So on the flip side of this normally ends up in men feeling like they're getting ghosted, or that there's just being told there's no spark.
Okay, so both people should communicate to each other. So just foster communication. That's all there is. I don't know what this guy's reading into. There's no spark. Oh, we hung out and we didn't do anything. I mean, maybe there is no spark, but like really just communicate to each other and it'll be okay. Claims they want to be left alone, but just switch random unwanted advances to random abuse, right?
And from what I'm hearing from a lot of my clients, it's not because that you're not...
Communication can be scary, but it is also very beneficial. Has he tried not to be an insufferable piece of shit? Probably not. He's probably never once considered personal change. It's always like, you gotta like me for me.
Not attracted to her. It's more about fearing that you're either going to get rejected, maybe you're going to get turned down, you know, slapped in the face when you go for that first move, or even worse, like getting in trouble with the law. So you need to ask yourself, does this sound like you? The truth is, you probably missed that golden opportunity to create that spark. And she likely was giving you signals that you just didn't quite catch.
I think we should stop listening to liberals on about anything. But this, you know, I just communicate. It's fine. You don't have to like give fucking signals or whatever. Like, everyone's a little different, and people usually get bashful in this scenario unless they're horny or whatever. And even horny people are bashful. So, like, I don't know. Just put yourself out there. I swear. I promise you. If you're just politely and with rapport, honest with somebody in a respectful way, I swear to you, it'll be fine. Just tell people you want to fuck. Yeah, in a respectful way. Pretty much. You could maybe someone will be like, well, you know, I'm not really into it, and then you can be like, okay, that's fine too. Who cares? Who gives a shit? I have never had anyone complain about me like flirting with them or them flirting with me. Like, just communicate with each other. It's fine. Go to FetLife. That place is already sewer. There you go. Have some sewer experiences at FetLife. I'm sure it's better than a sewer. I'm sure all the men on FetLife are absolutely great.
A lot of these women have themselves on a 100% pedestal. They think that it's the man's purpose to do everything in the relationship, the man's purpose to court them, the man's purpose to be brave. Even in this climate where so many guys have had their lives absolutely destroyed because...
Who? Like Epstein? Like... How about you just fucking be normal, man? What are you talking about? No one's gonna get their life ruined for being normal. If you're sexually aggressive without any rapport or reciprocation, it's gonna be weird. So 100% of the shots you don't take. My best friend met his wife through FetLife. Based. Everyone has to be brave sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I know. No one expects men to do everything in relationships. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Men want mommies all the fucking time, and for women to carry like all this emotional fucking burden for everybody, and also like literal fucking house labor and shit all the time. It's crazy. I mean, these guys are just being told essentially, hey, the way that your dad was, the way that your grandpa was, is not how we want to be treated. And they're like, bah! Luckily, apparently, like, these urges didn't get born into me, you know. My dad sure was one of these. He wasn't one of these guys. He was one of those old school guys. I mean, my dad fucked my mom and his wife and maybe a girlfriend. I don't know. He wasn't like a prolific guy, but he had a personality. He'd shoot a shot. Shoot shots, young men. Just do it not creepy. Just be normal. Just talk to people like they're humans. Did you know that women are whole ass people? It's cool, dude.
Because of something that a woman said that happened that did not happen, calling him a creep, just for every little thing. All right? And that's not even taking into account the risk that a man takes every time he goes on a date financially and has to pay for these $200, $300, $400 or more dates.
When have you been on a $400 date, dude? When have you been on a $400 date? The fuck? You eating in the fucking 5-star hotel lobby? I have had like 3 meals rise to like 200 plus. And I've gone to some fancy fucking places, man. Bro dating the Kardashians. Yeah, where the fuck do you eat, bro? Last date I went on was $50. I've never been on a $400 date. What the fuck? Like maybe, like Sarah and I went on over a $400 vacation because we like got an Airbnb or whatever. I guess we didn't use Airbnb, but we used fucking a rental company, a local rental company. I don't think he would pay that at all. I don't think he ever has. I don't think he goes on dates.
Women absolutely don't care. One of the biggest mistakes you can make
he sounds
today
like a kid, man.
is taking advice from a woman on how to date women.
I actually think if you listen to women, they'll let you know what they want. That'd be great. Tate fan, you think?
All right. These female dating coaches, there's a pattern with a lot of them. I've known quite a few. There's a pattern with them. Many of them, not all, but many of them, if not most of them, are completely single, and yet they're giving men advice.
Aren't you single?
On how to get into a relationship with a woman.
Do you mean so they're giving dating advice, but they're single, so they're dating? Sounds like they're professional at dating, right? Sounds like they're good at dating. They're dating more than one person.
The moment that a man steps
Can you drive a different car? Is this it?
Teach me, Daddy!
Is this what we have? Spending $400 on a date, but too scared to put your face on camera when saying any of this shit? I think I can understand what's going on here, son. Dude, he's never spent $400. He's never had $400. He doesn't have a job. He works at a movie theater or something. No shade at movie theater workers. Should get a share in the profits.
outside of Western society, they go overseas
I love the popcorn. I'm going on Sunday.
to countries where the women are fit, feminine, and friendly.
Fit, feminine, and friendly. Wow, it sounds like you have incel taglines. That's crazy, dude.
They quit.
This guy is still out here fucking doing lawn work? What the fuck? What time is it, dude? 10 o'clock? Bro, what a long-ass day. Go grab a beer, brother. Yeah, he's fucking blowing leaves. God damn. He just finished and drove away. Holy shit. That guy usually is here around like 2 in the afternoon or something. That must have been a fucking rough one, man. Grab a Corona, bro. Maybe a joint, huh? Let's smoke one out for the yard guy at my neighbor's house that fucking mowed the lawn after dark for 2 hours. Shit, man. I hope they tip his ass. What the fuck?
Realize that they are the prize. The women will compete for these men over there.
Women
Physical
are the
intimacy
prize?
is something that you get immediately.
I think I'm a bit of a prize. I like to, okay. I may be a little bit, I may have a slut mentality, but I'm not an actual slut, okay? You gotta earn it.
Immediately. A woman uses that as a means of getting her foot in the door, and then she instantly starts creating value afterwards by washing your clothes, giving you a back massage,
What the fuck?
cleaning up the area around you.
You want a mom? This is fucking crazy. Like, what? This is just please clean up. You just want a housekeeper? Learn to do your own fucking chores. Clean your room. Clean your fucking room, kid.
Creating as much value as you
Show me, turn the fucking camera on and let me see how many empties you got on your desk. I only have one right now. I would be a hypocrite most of the time. There. 0.
possibly can, because 1, she wants to be your woman, and 2,
Drive off
she
that cliff
enjoys
right now.
taking care of a man, because these are women who are raised to be wives and mothers.
Wives and mothers. To you? You want them to be your mommy? It's pretty fucking lame, dude. You know what I like? You know what I like most about having a wife and partner? The mutual respect and friendship that we have. Did you know that I didn't stream yesterday? Not because I was busy, although I was busy in the earlier in the day. I would have been late. But I didn't stream yesterday because Sarah distracted the fuck out of me for like 3 hours. And we just hung out. And it was just too late to stream. That was it. Yep.
Are you blaming me for not streaming?
It's 100% true. And you know it to be true. Come here. Come here. Tell everybody that it's your fault.
It's not my fault.
Do you have wet cleaning hands?
I just washed my hands.
They're clean?
Yeah.
Not covered in sludge?
Well, I had to skip the kitty litter, so I had to wash my hands.
Never gonna blame Sarah. Dude, it's her fault though. She literally did distract me.
All I did was talk to you.
That's not all you did.
No, but I'm saying my initial action in that was I walked into the room and started talking to you.
That's
okay?
That's
and
not.
then it just everything changed. And you're complicit in every action after that as well.
I'm being slut shamed. Because of what I was wearing or whatever. Because my meat. I'm just a meat man. I'm a man of meat. I'm just a piece of meat.
I'm saying we both.
Look, I told her twice. Look, yeah, Jake was asking for it. I need to go, baby.
You didn't say that.
I did tell you that you
No,
were.
you didn't. You were trying to finish your baseball game,
Uh-huh.
and then I distracted you from finishing the baseball game.
Right. We said that, yeah. And then I was like, you're distracting me. I love you very much, though. I'd do it again, too. Anyway, so I appreciate her for lots of reasons.
versus women in Western society.
This one's gonna ruffle some feathers.
Western society. That guy's white.
To test yourself.
That guy's white as fuck.
To know the glories of combat.
This guy is like powder fucking white. Yeesh.
But I'm going to be completely honest.
So what I'd like to know, in this dating world for people like over 50, like, have men just kind of given up?
I think I suffer from whiteness.
Oh my God, can you imagine dating over 50? My poor mom, not really poor mom, she like kind of wants to date but doesn't like men. And she's not gay, we asked. And she's like, no, I don't like women. I believe her too. I don't think she was protesting. No, she likes the idea of a man but hates men. So yeah, who can blame her? I agree. I wish she could. If she found some like hippie ass guy, that'd be awesome. But she needs somebody that will give her freedom. Would she like a woman if a woman liked her first? No. I think she'd be like, she'd be like, oh okay. I don't swing that way, but or whatever. I'm a man and I agree. I do too. I told her to date a younger man, like in his 40s or something, 50s even. She's in her 60s. So if you can get a little bit younger man, maybe he'll treat you better. I don't know. If you're gonna cougar hard, yeah. Well, not too young though. That'd be predatory. But yeah, I mean like a 40-year-old man after like on his first divorce or whatever. Fuck yeah, let's go. Well, probably not 40. That'd probably be way too young for her. But like late 40s into the 50s. But they just like every man in their 50s treats women fucking like, oh yeah, you're supposed to be my wife now. It's just so weird.
With the trying to date and the courting and all that.
The short and sweet answer to your question is yes. Yes, they have. They've given up. They're done. They're walking away.
Is it so bad out there?
They're walking away. Okay. I mean, I don't really care. They're gonna have a bunch of sexless, hateful, fucking conservative ass old people, and it's cool, man. I guess whatever.
Like that, you guys have just given up.
No, bad doesn't even begin to cover it. Toxic. We could start with that.
Because like everybody I talk to,
I think I suffer from whiteness.
Dude, he's like powder.
Go out on a date.
Thank you, Doc.
And if the guy's buying dinner, then by the end of the night, he's saying, well, like, if I buy dinner, then I expect to have sex.
And there it is. Everybody you talk to, my gut feeling is, and I think it's obvious, everybody means women. Not men, women. And you're making assumptions based on what women are telling other women men are thinking.
So my mom has said the same shit. This is anecdotal, obviously, because I don't date 50-year-old men, so I don't know. Or older, or however the fuck old this guy is. My mom has said the same thing, that a lot of them just expect sex. And that was her, like, that's why she broke up with the last guy. Because, like, he came over and he was just like, expectant is the word I want to say. But it wanted to ing on me for some reason. He was, like, pushy about it. And so she's like, nah, bro, I'm good. Like, this is a divorced man? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And he got divorced. He's like, I'm gonna put my guitar on the wall because Nancy never wanted me to.
Instead of listening to men.
First of all, as if, motherfuckers, like that ain't happening.
And there's that toxicity I mentioned earlier.
How's that toxic? As if, motherfucker. What's the toxic part about it? You can't take that. As if, motherfuckers, I'm not gonna have sex with you just because you paid for dinner. Yeah, what the fuck is toxic about that? You should be like, yeah, I agree.
As if. Your assumption is that that's what all men are thinking and wanting. That's not the reality, but that's what you're working from.
He's trying to be like, I'm one of the good ones, but he's obviously not one of the good ones.
The premise. So why would any man, a good man, ever put himself in that position?
A good man put himself in what position?
I'm sorry a man screaming triggers you, sweetie.
Thank you, Thrace. What position? To pay for dinner and not have sex, maybe? Do you know how many times I've paid for dinner and not had sex with the person I ate with? It's been many times. And I like to eat, as you can see.
When the first response you're going to have is...
He's so white.
As if. Are there cads out there, guys, who would do that? Sure there are.
Cads?
But they are few and far between. But that doesn't...
I would fuck on the first date,
to test yourself! To know the glories of combat!
All right, here's the secret, chat. I am casually down to fuck. I'm not very pressed about it. But I will fuck. Okay? That's how I am. Cads. I'll fuck on the first day. Who cares? If the vibe's right, sure. but I wouldn't force the issue. I just want to hang out and see what happens. If we're making out and shit and we're trying to fuck, cool. I've been on a date with a girl where we were like maybe gonna fuck, and we were both like, maybe we shouldn't. And we didn't because we were really drunk. And then we never went on any other dates, so it was the right call. I've also cock-blocked myself a few times because I have not understood the female ways of communication.
Doesn't matter. What matters is you're going to apply that label to
Cocked and ready to rock. Dude, it's my dick's fault. It's not even like...
every single man. And then, of course, there's the other side of it. There's women who try and sleep with men on the first date, but we don't talk about them.
What do you mean? What do you mean try? People just like to have sex. We don't talk about them. What is wrong with boomers, man? Oh, some women like to have sex. Okay, cool, yeah. Have some sex if you want. It's fun. I like sex. I have sex from time to time. It's good. Look, I'm cursed.
My dick is actually so moist it's dripping.
I'm cursed with an unreasonable libido, so it's like, so you're telling me that you think with your cob? I really don't. I really try not to. But it's always there. I always tell Sarah, like, you know, I do not unleash just 100% of this all the time. We wouldn't do anything. We would literally never get anything done. Sometimes we do not get anything done, but like we wouldn't get anything done, man. I can't just fuck all the time. I'm a problem. They say sex addiction or whatever. It's not sex addiction. It's just like I have a libido or whatever. You're addicted to some other shit. I just can. I physically can, okay?
We label all men, but if you mention even one woman, it's but it's not us. It's not fair to label all of us like that.
I disagree with whatever the fuck you're trying to say, man. You look like a toe with a goatee, which is not a good look. Goatees, I'm sorry. It's not a good look. Honestly, it's not a terrible look for this guy. He kind of has the head for it, so it's not like the worst thing you could do, but it's really not like the best thing you could do, in my opinion.
It's a huge double standard. And speaking of double standards...
Okay, now if you put on your profile, I am not interested in a relationship, and if I buy you dinner, I would like to have sex at the end of the evening. Hey, good on you.
Seriously, you actually think guys would do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine to be honest. I think if you're like, hey, I only really want to hook up with people, and if you're not down to fuck or whatever, I'm not really interested. I think that's fine to be honest. I think it'll turn off some people, of course. They'll be like, oh, not really. That sounds sort of shallow to me, but, you know, that's fine. Some people are pretty honest about it. They're just like, oh, I'm just looking for friends or whatever. That's cool. Like, I mean, it doesn't have to be... They don't know what communication's like. Just communicate, man. Like, what are you looking for? And just be honest. It's so crazy. They always perform for each other instead of just being themselves. And that's really the problem. Chat, are you performing or are you being yourself? A lot of people are performing. I have seen the prep discourse, but Short Fat Otaku is a fucking coward and doesn't ever want to talk to any leftists about anything ever. He just wants to get owned on the internet constantly.
Some guys might. Not the guys you want, or is it? Because the guys that would do that, they're the ones with the six-figure incomes, the six-pack abs, the 6-inch you-know-what. And
oh, my God. He has cock envy? Oh, my God. And he's 6 feet tall, too? They added another 6 to it?
And they do that because they can. Because they know women will respond to that. The average...
Because they got money and dicks? That's right.
Average decent guy, the ones you claim you want, the ones you reject out of hand because they don't fit the 6s, they're not going to post something like that because that's not their expectation.
Oh.
Man, what... I could literally help so many people, but you got to figure out how to unlock that. I mean, they just have to like absorb it over time. It's hard to make people synthesize the information, though. It's hard to make people act on.
I don't know how you masturbate. You have no mass.
You have no mass. I mean, I genuinely think a lot of people, the biggest hump is just trying. Yeah, I hate Six Flags. He fucking does. It's above average. It sure is, dude.
Oh, I love puppies and picnics in the park, and then you take somebody to dinner and you pull that shit. Well, you know what? You're just a dumbass.
And there's the final clue for you. You assume that all guys are like that, so therefore all men are dumbasses.
So what she's saying is her common experience is that men are dumbasses, and she's expressing that, and instead of just being like, yeah, man, that does suck, I agree that there are men that are peers with me that I don't like, right? You know men that you don't like that act this way. But what I'm assuming is you have acted this way but are trying to virtue signal like you're not because you're lonely, but you're unwilling to, like, budge on this issue out of some kind of pride or whatever.
Was a daily routine since
because you're divorced.
13. I was a fat kid smoking weed too.
As a man, I feel that as a woman, I'd be in prison for trying to brain one of these living frustrations. Guys really need to do better. I don't know. Yeah, it must be pretty tough to, like. I've lived with fellas before, and they're pretty dumb. I can't imagine what it's like to be like the target of it all the time. Like, it must be so fucking exhausting. Sarah and I talk about it a lot because this house is a pretty...
If I, like, was gay or something.
Pretty chill space. Pretty sure this dude could be related to the dipshits and dragons dude. Maybe it is. Maybe he just took his hat and glasses off, man. No, this guy's manlier.
Why would any man want to date someone who thinks that way?
Half of the guys I lived with are super irresponsible, too. Yeah, I mean, you know, clean your rooms. I'm telling you, man, like, I always, like, I'm not a super clean guy. It can definitely, you nest up over time, it's whatever. But then you do a clean, try to keep up with it, and then when it falls apart, get the spoons and build up and do a big clean, and then the process starts over. That's my ADHD plan. Yeah. So I have piles, and then I slowly dissolve the piles. And today it's a clean house. We got a nice clean one because both of us were working on it at the same time. And although Sarah did a lot more than me. And yeah, man, I really think there's so much that goes into just being a dateable person. The first thing, I don't know if it's the first thing, but one of the first things is, like, if you want to be able to, like, date somebody, you should just keep your space in a way that is like someone else could come over and date you. You know what I mean? That's like step one. It'll do a couple things, right? It'll keep you, like, it doesn't even have to be like super clean. Just like, you know, if you're not ready for, like, people to come over to your house, even if it was like a quick thing, right? Oh, I'll just throw all the clothes in the hamper, or I'll, you know, move shit into the fucking closet, or I'll through a quick vacuum and fluff the sheets or whatever. Like, just don't batch pad out, and it doesn't have to be like a sty. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's like night and day between those. Although then there's neat freak people who I do not understand, but you know, you probably had like tough parents or whatever. Why is there a redhead OC pogging in the corner? Because, well, it actually looks like one of those like AI generated logos, and it might be. He's soy facing because he's a MGTOW. Also, personal hygiene goes along with this. I would say probably personal hygiene comes first, but like, be fresh enough to hug. Not that you expect hugs, but if you're fresh enough to hug, you'll be more comfortable being closer to people, and they'll be more comfortable being close to you. You know, we can tell when each other are like kind of stinky, and wash your ass often. I would say it's just especially before you're like gonna go somewhere or like meet people or socialize. Just try to stay fresh. I always try to freshen up. Another thing is, especially because, you know, it's sweaty out there, I keep like dude wipes, or I really do like dude wipes. I don't really use them on my ass, but I do use them on my pieces. Big, hey, sponsor me immediately. They might sponsor me, actually. I should shout them out. Give your balls a little wipe. Give your fucking, you know, give your folds. If you're a big guy, get under them titties if you got some titties. If you're a lady with some titties, I know you guys probably already do that shit. You probably clean yourselves a little bit. Get your pits up. Stick on some deodorant. You also don't have to drench yourself in cologne. Please, and in fact, I ask you to do the opposite of that. Stoudman, thanks for the 16 months. Wash your ass, you disgusting freak. Exactly. Dude wipes would be a great sponsor. I agree. I actually do use them and like them. They fresh my balls up. In fact, I would use one right now if I wasn't sitting here. That sounds delightful. Maybe I'll ask, but especially because we cook here and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I'll reach out. Hygiene. I think hygiene of your space and yourself, and then probably social hygiene. So really, it's about hygiene. I can write a self-help book right now. Let's write a self-help book. I probably could, actually. Not that I have any passion for that. Someone write it for me as I dictate. That's way more interesting to me. Hey, I'm maintenance. Don't flush your wipes. Oh, yeah, throw it away. Yeah, don't flush them down the toilet. I won't say 0% of all wipes have never gone down the toilet.
Like was gay or something.
Only in like emergency situations where like toilet paper's out, gotta use a wipe to wipe my ass. I'm not throwing that in there. I mean, I'm just going down the toilet. But we don't have many situations like that, especially not since the bidet, right? Speaking of spoons and ADHD, I finally got approved for ADHD meds. Fuck yeah, dude. Anyway, there's lots of dating advice I could give, but I really think like it's a hygiene thing. I figured it out. The OC in the corner looks like a Guess Who character. And then putting yourself out there. I swear to God, who's not real. This will work for you. A lot of people just don't put themselves out there. In a genuine way, too. I don't mean like... Don't perform for people. Be yourself. And if yourself turns out to suck and be antisocial, you might have to make personal changes. You just have to have the awareness of yourself and hygiene of self to understand what to do. Like I've definitely gone through phases where it's like, oh, I'm really stressed and I'm taking out on other people, and you start to get into behaviors that you don't want to, like being a dick or whatever, and you don't realize you're doing it. It's just a lot of the stuff is easy, but these guys just lean into like, I'm not going to change, I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to be mad at people for not dating me or whatever. It's not women's responsibility to save your life. It's just not their responsibility to come in and make you happy. And this is, I know that every time you say this to an incel or a MGTOW or whatever, they all say, that's not what I want. I just want friends or whatever. But yeah, it is. When you say you want friends, you want someone that's doing those things for you. That's how you describe a friend. Who is a friend? Someone who does this for that and for me, and who spends time with me, and who likes me for me, but you don't even act real. You know what I mean? You perform for people like this shit, this bullshit. I could talk about this forever. This is great conversation that no MGTOW or incel ever has the fucking confidence to say. And of course, if they did have the confidence to talk to me about it, they wouldn't be fucking incels, would they? Because that's really what it is. A lot of it's about confidence.
Guys, women have created an environment.
Are you dating 50-year-old women? What the fuck?
It's so toxic that men in Western society will never come back.
I disagree. I'm thriving. I am personally doing well. I've actually never had a bad like dating time, Mr. Rizzler. Like it's always, like I've had gaps, I guess, in not having dates with anybody, but it's like, okay, well, why did that relationship fail? Here's what we should change. Thriving sounds pretty cool. Yeah. But it's just like, I'm blessed with taking very easily to society, I guess, and socializing with people. Although I have my problems with society in general, obviously. Damos, thank you so much for giving a hooligan Grundy. But I mean, I genuinely believe if you have trouble with this, it's not your fault, probably. Like there's a myriad of factors that are going on that include but are not limited to like, socialized factors. Like your parents are probably fucking rough on you. You might come from a place where you didn't have a lot of stability, and so you have like fucking commitment issues and shit.
Have a fantastic day.
Like it's not every incel's personal fault, but it is their fault for digging in. Damos, giving one to Yeneffel. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Thanks for taking care of the uncobbed. Oh God, this is what the soy face AI sounds like. No one. Yeah. He's definitely not. I don't think he's touched. Yeah. Any person consensually.
This is, I've said this many times. I said this years ago, and I will say it again. You're watching now as some women are saying, feminism got us everything that we wanted. Now let's fight it together. But then they still maintain these very toxic behaviors, because ultimately, even though the label feminism may go away, the legacy of feminism will live on.
The label of feminism has not gone away.
That's something that will never go away. Huh? Okay. Western women were raised.
Did he cut that before he smashed into that parked car?
To be masculines. They were raised.
He can't drive
with masculine energy. Okay,
man,
they have all of that masculine energy, and they've been boasting about it for a very, very long time. I had this one dude in the comments say, "You stop calling it masculine energy and call it satanic energy." But when a woman
satanic energy, oh, okay. So this explains some more shit. Wow. Hey, do you have a Twitter? Cash App, PayPal, Twitter. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Would be fun to chat sometime.
Woman has masculine energy, exudes masculine energy. What's masculine
energy? What does it mean?
Across as satanic. because it is not a natural thing for a woman. It's not supposed to be there. A woman is supposed to naturally be within her femininity.
Yeah, man. So you're going to be alone forever. That's pretty rough. Yeah, you're just going to be miserable for fucking ever. Yeah, you're not lovable or worth loving. Yeah, you fucked yourself. That's tough, man. Your brain's cooked. Yeah, I have nothing constructive to say here. Just insults. There's nothing to be done. Absolute fucking brainworm.
That does not make her weak. There are a lot of very feminine women who can do things that are typically associated with men, but they are still feminine.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just like eat a cinder block.
Okay? The way that they dress, the way that they speak, the way that they carry themselves like ladies.
Like ladies. Yeah, this is insane misogyny, man. You gotta cook this shit out of you if you ever want to get laid. Yeah, you're fucked. I mean, you're not fucked at all, ever. Never gonna happen. That's fucking crazy. It took you 8 minutes or so to get to the nitty-gritty here, but yeah, this is the nougaty center of your fucking brain. And it's garbage. It's just garbage in here.
Unfortunately, women in Western society know nothing of this because from the very moment they were little girls, they were shoveled masculinity. They gobbled it up, and that's how they've lived for most of their lives.
So I don't know what masculinity, what properties of masculinity occur in women that you don't like. I like women. A lot of women are pretty cool. Not all of them. You know, and some of them, even a lot of them, pretty fucking cute, you know? So, it's hard out here.
And then when they get older and suddenly they need a bailout because the government isn't cutting it, now they want men to come and rescue them. The same men that they said...
What men? Who are you going to rescue? You spend all your time in GTA driving around. What, man?
They did not want.
What are you doing?
And let me make this very, very clear.
This guy's closing the shit out of a Burger King right now. It's like, come on, man. I've been there. We have no authority, man. What are you talking about? Fucking scrubbing a grill. What the fuck?
The more money that you have to spend on a woman,
what money?
Her, the less that she actually likes you. You heard me right. The more money that you have to spend on a woman to date her, the less a woman actually likes you.
Okay. Wait. I mean, maybe? I don't know if that's directly correlated. Like, having to? Is that your relationship? That sounds like just like a sugar baby situation. If she won't go on dates with you unless you pay money? Yeah, you don't have a girlfriend, man. You misunderstood the relationship. Yeah. You've misunderstood what was happening. You're being fin-dommed, probably. How did you not consent to that? This guy never has.
And if you give a woman enough time, she will tell on herself. A lot of these women, they will tell on themselves eventually. And I
thought I rolled on his tail, but I didn't. He just got up funny. Here you go. I just want to give you love. I thought I hurt you for a sec. I was wrong. I'm glad I was.
Will let you know they don't actually like you. They just want you for your money. The less they like you, the more they're going to make you spend.
I wanted to take you on a first date. Would Pizza Hut be okay?
It depends.
What would it depend on?
How much I liked you.
That's a great answer. Yeah, absolutely. How much I liked you to go to Pizza Hut? I agree. I don't really fuck with Pizza Hut that much, so you got to talk me into that. Yeah, you got to be like, I like you a lot. Like, yeah. You going to catch me at a Popeyes? It's how much I like you, and it's because I like her that we go there at all. I'd go, like, every once in a while, probably. It makes me poop, though, man. I don't want to poop hot chicken. Jake doesn't like Popeyes? No, I actually do like Popeyes, but it makes me poop hot chicken. I like the spicy, like bone-in chicken. Hot poops are awful. Yeah, I don't want to hot. It's so greasy.
It would depend.
So for the guys who you like the least amount, where would you want them to take you?
Oh, that I don't. So for a guy I don't like, where? Okay, yeah. So for someone to spend time with a person you don't like, where's someone you would where's some place you'd have to go to say yes to them? I don't know. It would take a lot for me to not like somebody and spend time with them at a restaurant, like in person, just to like on a date, in a date setting. I could fucking argue with them on the internet for free.
Like a 5-star steakhouse.
And the guys you like the most, where would you go with them?
I would probably expect less, just because I like them.
But why make the man that you like the least amount invest more up front than the guys who you're more attracted to?
Because I don't like them. I don't know what this investment is. You're just buying food, man. What is this investment talk?
Because he's got to work for it.
He's got to work for it.
Since I like him the least amount, he's got to work for it.
Yeah. It obviously seems like these two are like liberal capitalists or whatever. Like this is what you get, man. You breed a culture of materialism and like you're saying out loud like, men that have to make $100,000 or they're not going to be valued, and then like some of it trickles over to the ladies and you're like surprised. Even though you're in the patriarchy putting up those standards, it's like, okay. But most people, I've never met a person that expected me to take them to a specific place to eat or whatever, ever in my life. I've never even flirted with a person that expected me to do some kind of like grand payment towards their food before we dated. This must be like maybe I'm just a small town guy. Tennessee Seahorse, give me your barbecue.
At least I'm giving him a chance.
You're the prize in a relationship.
Yeah. Exactly. Why wouldn't we be?
But the more attractive guy, he's a prize to you.
Not really. They're never a prize. No.
Based. They're never a prize. Yeah, that's beautiful. So it seems like they're not very convinced by the men that are trying to date them that they're doing a great job. Dick is abundant and of low value. Truly. It's crazy that I do well. You know why? First of all, there's a difference between dick and good dick. So, just tossing that out there. Second of all, just the quality of a relationship is just like, based in your rapport with the other person, how much you get along and whatever. And like, if you're basing your relationships on like material wealth and shit, like, sheesh.
I believe the woman's always a prize. Man should work for a woman.
And what should a woman do for a man?
Oh, that's a good...
See, they are raised so privileged.
Why'd you stop the video?
That they believe that everything should be given to them. Even guys, as things are heading downhill, as we are heading into global crises of different magnitudes.
Damos, give one to Betruger Maledict of Malidus. Betruger Maledict of Malidus.
As prices are raising to a point where their groceries are 4 times more than they were 4 years ago.
They are coming down a little bit, though. This guy must be a Trumper.
They are still behaving like this, still believing that they are the prize and they should be given everything and anything that they absolutely want.
I don't think, he might be crying. I don't think people actually want everything or expect everything they want, right? I think people just want you to try your best to be a good partner.
By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, consider...
Oh my God, no.
And also, don't forget to check out dots that women have created. And they're going to continue pushing and pushing until there will be no men left. They are the reason why men are going their own way, why men are choosing, why this group of men are choosing to separate themselves.
Men are going their own way.
From relationships and society. They're the reason why men are walking away from relationships and society in of itself and choosing to stay at home and just chill. They're the reason.
Stay home and just chill. You're choosing that? Come on, man. That's not a choice you're making.
Why 30 million men are currently out of work. They are the reason, and no matter what,
women are the reason 30 million men are out of work? Okay, valuing work so that you can live is stupid.
You say they don't care because you're dealing with people who are not emotionally mature.
Yeah, this guy, emotionally mature, though. You know who's really emotionally mature? Well, sure, but this guy right here. Look at that puppy. I'm done with this MGTOW video. It's over. We're just going to look We're just going to look at Darwin now because he's so cute. Oh, he heard his name. Oh, my goodness. I wish my camera zoomed in better on you, but it doesn't. This is what we got. Oh, he's getting seepy again. He's getting so seepy. Wow. Oh, he's drifting off to doggy dreams. An absolute great guy. You're cute. You got a cute schnoot. I guess in closing, women deserve better than this. But there's not a lot of good fellas out there. Part of it is not their fault in sort of a where it comes from way, right? Like some of it is sort of like, thank you, Pickles. Some of it is sort of like born and you were just raised wrong, man. Your father or mother, both of them failed you. Or you're failed by broader society or somebody else. But really, in general, it's your failure now that you're an adult to, learn and grow. But you can learn. Do you think South Korea is full of men like this guy? The ones that are like killing themselves? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They bought into this like ideology. There's a lot of them that are like super depressed. Also, I mean, it's a combination of things though. It's just like also crushing capitalism and shit. And like all of them are just born to fucking work in some kind of corporation and no one likes it. Like we're essentially in like a cultural revolution against corporations. This is like the corporation age, and we'll look back on it and say, wow, that was really stupid. And once we unincorporate things, we will be better off.